I think it's a really awesome setup, really good looking power band. Mission complete. So we got this pretty heavily modified Evo 10 in here. It's a 64, 66 car. I want to say we tuned it on pump gas before because he didn't have the fuel system for E85. He got caught in the dust storm. I don't know if you guys know anything about that, but there's like some footage from Route 66 where this dust storm rolls into Illinois. It was insane. I felt like we were living in Texas or something. I've never seen a dust storm like that here, but either way. He's got the fuel system. Now we've got a Flexfuel kit that we're going to be putting in. And then we were going to make him a Boostin double pumper, but his stock fuel hat was all cracked. So we ended up getting him a Radium hanger. So let's go check that out. That's over here on the bench. You can see cracks in the hanger. So we're not going to build a double pumper out of this. I mean, there's no point. No good. So we got the Radium hanger. We're going to start working on that, build him a double pumper, and we'll be on the dyno shortly. Out with the old, in with the new. Super big fan of this Radium stuff. It's really nicely engineered, super high quality. And then it's got like a built-in, almost like a built-in surge tank. It's much higher than the factory setup. And then it pulls fuel into that surge tank unit through this hose, which is the siphon setup, or through that one-way check valve in the bottom, if you can see that right there. So, super nice setup. Stick it in. Right, I wanted to give you guys a glimpse of this fuel system installed on the car. Turned out really nice. All right, so we've got our primary pump, and then we've actually got a secondary pump that's activated through a Hobbs switch or a pressure switch that's in the engine bay, and that's adjustable. So it's got a double pump setup in there, and then the flex fuel sensor is here, and then the line that connects the flex fuel sensor to the fuel system integrates just like that. So the line that came with this kit didn't fit the best, so we just made him a custom line with 290s on it that fit much better. Super nice stuff. And then, so the ethanol, we've got some gauges in this car already. Right? This kit came with an ethanol gauge, and you really only need to check the ethanol gauge out once a fill up. So that's where we've got it mounted. Right? Once you fill up and you know your ethanol concentration, the gauge does you no good, right? That's why our Flexfuel kits are Bluetooth. You check them once on your phone, you're good for the whole tank. So we elected to put his gauge right there. He can check it at any point. There's no fuel in the line right now, but you get the idea. Actually, here, let's prime it. Let's see what it reads. There it is. Pump gas, 10% ethanol. All right, so we're in the process of doing our boost leak test right now, and we found some issues with the vacuum lines, so we went ahead and we redid all the vacuum lines with the reinforced, really nice stuff for his blow-off valve. We've got the Hobbs switch mounted back here, new vacuum line for his fuel pressure regulator. So the boost leak tester will go on, and we'll finish that up here in a sec. Got our base map loaded up, idling real nice. All right, so we got this car idling. It's got some pretty big cams in it. It's got GSC S2 cams. It's probably like a 274 or 276, 272, something like that. The fuel trims are right here. Take this number and this number, add them together. That's at idle. At idling real smooth. So right now it's fuel trims are -2 on the long term, +2 on the short term. So literally no correction to meet that AFR. $540 on 93 octane. This thing is singing. It loves the cams. It's got a 64, 66, big cams, and these Evo 10 cylinder heads just flow awesome. So you'll see by the look of the power band when I show you guys, it's just going up, 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 all the way to red line. So do our last pull.
Link engaged. Link disengaged.
All right, so this is what I was talking about with that pump gas power band, or with really Evo 10 power bands in general. You've got a nice flowing turbo on this, on a 4B11 cylinder head, especially with cams. Look at that thing, just climbing and climbing. So we'll probably rev this car close to 9 grand. So we're just getting started. Look at that power band. Look at that torque curve. All right, so check this out, guys. This is basically how the car interprets the Flexfuel sensor. So let me get these unhighlighted for you. So these first two, this is a cranking injection table and the injector scaler. So these two, I have basically the Flexfuel sensor in full control from 10% all the way up to 85%. So the injector scaler will change until it gets to 10% ethanol, and the injector scaler can change all the way until it gets to 85% ethanol. So these next tables, these tables are basically the power level of the car. They control the ignition map, the boost map, and the fueling map for wide open throttle. So basically at E20, you can see this car is still making pump gas power. And it doesn't make full power, which is like full ignition timing and full boost, until E75. So you can see how you can set up that Flexfuel sensor to be interpreted in different ways and basically tailor it to exactly what you want.
Link engaged. Link disengaged. Link engaged.
Fast. He's fast.
Really?
Link disengaged.
All right, just finished up our dyno session. Super successful. This guy's gonna be pumped. Look at the power band. I mean, we talked about that, how it just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. E85 is the same. Over 700 wheel horsepower. Problem is, not problem actually, we're at a very good stopping point. the wastegate springs are maxed out and the injectors are maxed out. So the injectors were at about 80 to 85% duty cycle. That's a good stopping point. That way, if the car needs more fuel, there's a little bit more injector there for it. And the wastegate duty cycle is also in the 80s. So both of them are maxed out. We got them 700 wheel. We got that super nice Radium fuel system installed. I think it's a really awesome setup. Really good looking power band. Mission complete.